In this video, I'd like to share with you all a set of 3 exercises that work on hand coordination, specifically switching the hands while keeping the music the same. Each one is progressing in difficulty by just a little bit, so the very first one is suitable for beginners, all levels. Before we get started, I'd like us first to get familiar with just 2 chords, C major 7th and E flat major 7th. Aside from the harmony, these exercises all have 2 different parts, the inside and the outside parts. The first one is just a broken triad on the inside. So what you might want to do first is just get used to alternating between the hands. Left, right, left, so on and so forth. The outer part is made up of single notes, just outlining the outside notes of the major 7th chords. And again, just get used to alternating between the hands. From here, I would suggest putting the hands together in increments. So first, maybe just playing the major 7th chords like so. Just switching the hands between the lower 3 notes and the upper note. When that gets comfortable, break up the inner triad. And then add in that lower note. When you're playing this, you may find that it gets a little awkward when you switch because you're not sure which hand goes on top. A general rule of thumb, whichever part has much more distance to be traveled, so in this case, the outer pitches, should go on top, just so that you have extra space around it and you're not getting caught underneath. For version 2, here is the inside part. And of course, this gets repeated, both hands. This is the outside part. So like the first exercise, the outer notes of the major 7th chord. A thing to note about this version is that I choose to switch the hands not at the very beginnings of the groupings, but 1 note over. So let me show you. After C major 7 at E flat major 7 here, instead of hopping over to the C here, I just play that with the left hand first, like so, and then the C here, I switch over to my left hand. This is where I like to switch the hands. You can really choose any point as long as it's a little more deliberate and you're planning for it. For version 3, if this is the pulse, the inner part, the outer notes for this one is slightly different. We're first playing the root and the third of the C major 7th chord. you want to take any of these exercises and take it up a notch, try switching the hands at different points, maybe after every repetition of the chord or between the chords or wherever else. Now here's a very, very important tip. When you're practicing any of these versions, instead of focusing on the actual switching of the hands, which you can just get from a few repetitions, just figure out where to switch, that sort of thing, get it out of your head and focus on what you're hearing. Just focus on hearing that repetition and in a peaceful, calm way, and let your hands figure out what to do to maintain that continuity. I hope that helps. I hope you found it interesting, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.